Let's see where our next contestant will take this debate. Please welcome to the stage, Max Silvestri.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Starlee for tapping into our shared mutual anticipation for Dorfman in Love, that film we all know. I bet a lot of you came here and you're like, I wonder if anyone will give their take on Dorfman in Love. I'm sure they have one. Backstage, I was like, were you guys gonna cancel the go see?
She's a work in progress.
Good night. No, I just turned 30 a few weeks ago. Thank you, stop it. So I'm an adult, like Starlee was talking about, so while I appreciate what she was saying, I'd like to say that everything she said is wrong. One, you started off with a thing about JP Morgan and like real estate in Manhattan, and just like all the shit that makes me hate that I'm an adult. And like I've heard of that on blogs, and that I've read a blog that mentions a piece of real estate on Wall Street makes me want to kill myself. Also, I have no happy, like you were just talking about that we don't remember our memories from childhood anymore. I have only good memories of happy memories. I have only good memories of my childhood, and I have only miserable memories of my adulthood in that New York to me is just like subway cars filled with me being worried it's girls that I was mean to. And a lot of people have brown hair and are a certain height or whatever. There's a lot of looking over my shoulder and feeling uncomfortable every time I walk into a new bar. Adulthood blows. Also it blows because I know, and I knew at an early age, that I peaked as a child. Maybe some of you still feel your best years are ahead of you, but you're wrong. I peaked when I was 9 years old visiting Disney World, which is the one in Florida, with my parents, and we were staying at a hotel in Orlando, which is a good city, if you've been to it. One of the best cities. We were at a motel, and we had a pool, and there was literally a rumor going around that not only was Woody Harrelson in town, but he was staying at the motel. To give you some context, Woody Harrelson is an actor. At the time, he played Woody on Cheers, which was a very popular sitcom, and also, this was like literally months after White Man Can't Jump came out, and White Man Can't Jump was a very huge and popular movie. It is a basketball movie about how Wesley Snipes did not believe that white men could jump, and then Woody Harrelson taught him a lesson, and Rosie Perez learned what a quince was, and it was great, it was great. So he was literally like on top of the world. This guy in the biggest sitcom on television had just like made the leap to film stardom, and he was apparently in Orlando. He was like on the cover of like the Kissimmee like Register Dispatch or whatever, with a shot from him from the movie White Man Can't Jump, and he was apparently in town touring with his band, which was called Manly Moondog and the Three Cool Cats. It was a blues band that apparently he had had for years, and now that he was finally famous, like the first thing he did with his movie fame was like, I'm gonna go on tour as the character Manly Moondog with my backing band, the Three Cool Cats. And both the cool and cats are both spelled with a K. I feel like that's kind of important to the vibe of the band in the 90s. Also, I couldn't remember, I knew it was something with the Moondogs. I was like remembering this story recently, so I tried Googling that band, and I couldn't find it at first, but then I did find it. And just as many websites call the band Manly Moondog and the Three Cool Hats as call it Manly Moondog and the Three Cool Cats. Like, no one ever bothered to correct it. And both are ridiculous names for bands. So they're like, it's probably Three Cool Hats. Anyway, he was staying at the motel, and they were like, yeah, he's down at the pool, like he just went swimming. This wasn't like a fancy, this was literally like a motel that you could imagine in Orlando. And I went down there, and there was like a woman with her son, like holding him by like the back of his shirt, just getting Woody Harrelson to sign like everything that she had, like really just milking this autograph opportunity. And my parents weren't like that. They were like, hey, if you want to go talk to Woody Harrelson, knock yourself out. So I went over and I walked up to him, and I had a copy of that Kissimmee paper that had a picture of him on the front. And I said hi, and he goes, you hoop? And I said, what? He goes, "You hoop." And I put together that he meant play basketball, and I did play in a CYO basketball league. I was not very good, but I was like, "Yeah, I hoop." And he goes, "Cool." And he asked me my name, and I said Max, and in a pen that he already had, he wrote on the newspaper, "To Matt, keep hoopin', Woody." And gave me the paper and looked away, like I was just done with my turn with him, so I came back. And that's when I peaked. That time I got to meet Woody Harrelson. My parents had that newspaper up on the fridge until we moved to a different house, and then they're like, "I don't know if this new type of fridge can hold that up, it's different magnets or whatever." They put it in a frame. And then I guess we moved again and they threw it in the trash because I was an adult and shit like that didn't matter anymore. And obviously, as a child, that was the best I was going to get. And just to further sort of hammer home my point of, I feel like you guys need a visual component to understand the difference between adulthood and childhood. So I just have some regular pictures I found of adults and then of kids, and I don't know, I think it makes a pretty clear argument. So yeah, these are some adulthood pictures. These are just normal people. I searched for adults, and this is what came up. This is a guy he had a good day. It was like an amazing day. His boss nodded at him. He's retiring today. It's very exciting, I imagine. Maybe her kid is gonna visit, she doesn't know. But just the hope that he or she might is, oh, this is actually the one example of when it's great to be an adult. That is Woody Harrelson as Manly Moondog. Very hard to find that photo. Yeah, just people, I think being an adult means you're tired a lot. And people want things from you, and it's hard to keep your collars crisp as the days go on. She's like, "Does one of these pills make me young again?" No. Does this bus go to the morgue? Hopefully. Then he's like, "Do you remember who I am?" And she's like, "No." Oh, then these are similar, just standard pictures of kids. There you go. Thank you guys very much. I'm all set. Yeah. Child's room.